I'm quitting YouTube to become a Catholic. What? What does that even mean? Alright, let's start from point A. And to get to point B and understand what I even mean by that, you gotta watch the whole video. Basically, let's start from the beginning. Why did I even want to do YouTube? This is important. The reason I wanted to start YouTube, first of all, there was many things that inspired me. I just grew up watching content, simple stuff that all kids grew up watching, video games, and you know, when you're a kid and that's most of the stuff that you are exposed to, then you kind of just assume, oh, I want to be that too. Like if you are a kid obsessed with movies, you might think that you want to be an actor. So I started YouTube and I didn't make good videos ever. Minecraft videos, GTA videos, Battlefield videos, Fortnite videos, all of these things that I just kind of threw out there because I wanted to do it, but I had no idea what I was doing. And you might be wondering, what the heck? How did you end up making Cardano videos as a YouTuber? I'll get there. I remember one time my mom asked me, I was in sophomore year of high school. She was trying to understand if I was thinking about what I wanted to do, and I was, you know, trying to figure out, but not really trying, just thinking about it. It was in the back of my mind. And she asked me, well, Ben, do you know what you want to do yet? No pressure, but it's just wondering. And I'm like, well, I know I want to do something that has a good impact on people's lives. And she was like, I have no idea how to help you, but maybe you should become a social worker. I don't even know what that means. Social worker. Isn't that like the people that tax you? The IRS workers? Anyway, I knew I wanted to have some type of impact. So that as I got older, I was trying to figure out, how do I approach this problem that I don't know what I want to do. So I started getting into the hustle culture. Gary V. Work hard every day. I didn't even know what I was working hard at, but I just wanted to find that thing that I wanted to work hard at, which is fine. You know, that's a good start to a good life, I think. And so I wanted to navigate, I wanted to navigate careers that I wanted to do. So I started experimenting. YouTube videos, throughout some random videos, and I just kept doing them. eBay, I would go to Goodwill, other stores, barely any garage sales. I was terrible at selling stuff, by the way, and I would buy them, sell them. I still have more than half of the items in the basement that haven't sold. You know, experimenting with different types of things. What else did I experiment with? I tried drop shipping, if you've ever heard of it. Just a bunch of things that, side hustles that people sell you on, and a lot of people get into. This was all fine. What I was really passionate about was projects and technology that I felt were having an impact. So I was seeing things like Tesla. That's what attracted me to investing. I was seeing that, oh wow, this Tesla thing's really, let me look into this a little bit. And so I watched this channel called Solving the Money Problem, and he was just uploading videos about Tesla, whether it was news, whether it was his opinion, whether it's just his perspective about everything out of, oh, and I forgot to mention one small detail. Apparently he went all in on Tesla, and that was before its huge initial spike. And then he made a YouTube channel about his perspective on Tesla, and he had a huge career. He still has a huge career on it. And that got me thinking, that guy makes videos about Tesla. I'm still making YouTube videos. At the time, it was about random things. I was still struggling to find the niche of content creation, but I was still making YouTube videos. So I was thinking, well, I'm really into finance and investing and cool technologies. What if I were to find something that I really wanted to go all in on? And then I found NFTs. I had no money. NFTs are like, that's like buying art, and all the art is expensive, and you got $20 in your pocket. Well, how am I gonna buy this? Anyway, I jumped into NFTs, and I was really attracted to the technology side of it. Like, oh yeah, some NFTs can be used for good. Of course, most of them are mostly hype, but that got me into Dogecoin. And then I got to Cardano. And what really attracted me to Cardano was Charles Hoskinson really sold the point that he was interested in solving the problem of, there's a side of the world that has a fair financial system, and there's a side of the world that has no economic chance because they don't have the fair financial system. So that really stuck out to me, because the goal, the mission of Cardano was really well branded. And I was like, wow, I need to do more research on this. Of course, I wasn't very patient because I started making videos as I was doing research on it. And every video I made, I took as an opportunity to learn more about Cardano, which is fine. If you're trying to build a career and you're gradually switching your niche over the course of months and months and months, basically with YouTube and content creation, you want to have something that you know you can make videos on for 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, maybe even 10 years. I didn't know if I wanted to yet. I was just doing it. I got to the point where for months and months, I would be spending a majority of my time inside, sitting on this chair right here, editing a video, editing a video, and I hated it. For a month, I could stand it. For 2 months, I started feeling like I was at a dead end job. So I was thinking, okay, what is a way I can adjust this to make me not hate making videos? I love learning about Cardano. You guys should know this. I love what Cardano is, and I love learning more about it. And the reason I made YouTube videos about it was because every time I learn something, I like sharing it. And eventually, I started a podcast, The Cardano People. That was an effort, which it was working pretty well, to minimize the amount of editing needed. I got inspiration by this channel called Colin and Samir, and it's just them two talking, sometimes talking with a guest about the creator economy, the content creation economy. If you're a content creator, check that out. So I was like, what if I can do that with Cardano? And I met some amazing people through that podcast. Extremely grateful for the people I've met through this entire experience, online. I'm going to Cardano Summit. That's going to be amazing. There's a bunch of connections I made through that, but something still wasn't right. I was attracted to the technology of Cardano, and I am invested in it still. I'm not leaving the community. I'm not changing my opinion about Cardano in any way, but I just didn't feel, well, actually I should provide the Catholicism part of this. Okay, so through this let me provide a timeline. From 2020, the end of 2020 was when I switched my niche to investing in finances. The beginning of this year, while I found out about NFTs, I was also rediscovering my faith as a Catholic. Now, this might be irrelevant to you, this might be relevant to you. There's a billion Catholics around the world, but how many of us actually are knowing what we believe? Well, that's what I was trying to discover at the beginning of this year. And as I learned more about it, it was very, very subtle. I started realizing this is deeper than I thought. I didn't know what I believed. Now, because of what I believe and because of what I know, the responsibility of what I know, it's like, okay, I had a passion for learning about Cardano and sharing that information. I just learned all this stuff and I'm still learning. There's so much. There's 2,000 years of Catholicism. If God became man to a person named Jesus and he starts talking about, yep, I'm God, I can save your soul, you can come with me, go to heaven, or you can reject me and I'll do the other thing. The responsibility of that, I was like, hold up. Very gradually, I started questioning, why am I making videos about Cardano? And this, once again, this isn't me. I'm in a very fortunate position to be, I can navigate the things that I'm passionate about, navigate how I can make a career out of that. And I don't want to be putting shackles on myself and limiting myself doing something that isn't a passion for me, because that wouldn't even be good for you guys. There's plenty of Cardano YouTube videos out there that are A, more consistent. I was only uploading once a week. B, they're more straightforward. Whatever the other benefits are, there's plenty of content creators out there about what I was doing. I just want to contribute in some way because I learned so much in the past, today's September, 9 months. Never could I have imagined any of it. And that's why I'm not making Cardano YouTube videos anymore. And here's what I am doing. My plan? Well, I'm making, it's going to sound a little strange, TikTok videos, alright? There's so many people, my faith, Catholicism, there's so many Catholics, so many Christians out there, and so many people out there who don't know whether God exists, or they just straight up don't believe, or they straight up don't make the effort to. TikTok has now 3 billion users. The discoverability aspect of TikTok is insane. So many people have gained millions of followers over the course of months. And by the way, throughout this entire experience of me making YouTube videos, I've been taking workshops, I've been learning from people, and I'm going to take everything I learned and use it for something that I believe in. I don't know how many of you guys even care about this right now, but I just wanted to, I owe it to my followers who I've built over the freaking 1,500 of y'all, 1,630 now subscribers, 230 followers on Twitter, the people who supported my podcast. There's so many of y'all, and I'm extremely grateful. That being said, everything I learned about content creation, about how to tell a story, about how to grab somebody's attention and make them want to watch the entire video, wouldn't that be so much better if it were used for something eternal? Cardano videos are great, but if the afterlife did exist, I don't know. If you're interested in my TikTok, it's called Secret Heroes, and it's about saints, which basically means the people who had the deepest friendship with Jesus, even when he was crucified, even when he was not on earth anymore. They still found a way to gain a relationship with Jesus, and this is something that all of us can do. So how can we look to the saints as inspirations? The way we look to Kobe Bryant as an inspiring work ethic, the way we look to Steve Jobs with an inspiring creativity and passion. The difference is these saints were driven by God, if he exists, right? Thank you for watching. I doubt anybody actually cared about this entire thing. Check out my TikTok.